like on the landing ground.
Thank you for joining us. You are listening to A Radio, and this is The Morning Moment. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. This is entitled, Should Trudeau Worry About the Canadian Economy? This article is from the Business News Network, which is part of the Bell television monopoly in Canada. I want you to listen to just part of a clip, links on my site. And yes, Canada should worry when so much of our trade is with the US. Now, 57 genders Trudeau needs to up his skills in poker because the markets are getting nervous with his socialist economy destroying measures starting to hit home. Investment is heading south. Your thoughts? Take a listen.
As far as Justin Trudeau is concerned, NAFTA and tariff uncertainty not having much of an impact on corporate Canada. The Prime Minister sat down with Bloomberg yesterday inside a Regina steel mill for a wide-ranging interview. And right out of the gate, he dismissed this idea that business leaders are too nervous to invest right now.
Yes, there's still a couple of people saying, what is going to happen with NAFTA? But I'm really confident that we're going to get to the right place on NAFTA.
Prime Minister is playing down the economic fallout from the uncertainty, but check out this chart graphing foreign investment into Canada, that capital that we need to draw. Definitely a big downturn in the past couple of years in terms of the amount of billions flowing into our economy and setting up shop here. As always, we want to hear from you on this, our BNN poll today. Should Justin Trudeau be worried about business investment in Canada? Yes or no? The results so far, I think, are pretty stark. 94% say yes, the Prime Minister should be worried. Only 6% saying no. For perspective on all this, we're now joined by John Manley. He is the CEO and President of the Business Council of Canada. Thanks for joining us, Mr. Manley.
Good morning.
All right, so the Prime Minister may be wanting to put a positive spin on all this, but from where you sit and business investment in Canada, how worried should we be by all this uncertainty?
Well, I think we need to be quite concerned. I think the numbers that you cited give us the indication that that a lot of those dollars are thinking that things just aren't quite clear in Canada, and either they should stay on the sidelines or maybe they're going to flow into the United States. This is a combination of things. There's the trade uncertainty issue. There's also the tax reform package that was adopted by the United States Congress a few weeks ago that basically eliminated the corporate income tax differential between Canada and the U.S. that was always in our favor, but also provided more tax advantages for investment in the United States than we have in Canada. That should be of concern to us.
What can Canada do on that front? There doesn't seem to be any appetite from the Prime Minister or his Finance Minister, Bill Morneau, to move on corporate tax rates. Are there other things we can offer business in this country, or is that the Holy Grail?
Well, the corporate income tax rate is an important element. It's an indicator, but there's also what economists refer to as the marginal effective tax rate, which is what companies actually do pay. There's also special provisions. In the U.S. tax reform package, for example, they've given 100% write-off for investments in machinery and equipment. These are the things that increase the productivity of the workforce, and by making investments in those things subject to an immediate write-off, there's quite an incentive to put your money there versus Canada, where you get a write-off over a period of time, depreciation over multiple years. So there are some other things that we could be doing. We could be trying to improve our regulatory environment. We could be expediting the approval of major projects. We could be trying to really get some of these alternative trade relationships that we've entered into up and running more quickly.
Spring budget was pretty light on those files. Are you hopeful that the fall economic update might become something of a mini budget and we start to move on these issues that matter most to business?
Well, I think that the indication is that anecdotally, at least, a lot of investment is either staying on the sidelines or is flowing to the U.S. I'm very sympathetic to Minister Morneau saying, look, we can't change our whole fiscal arrangement just because the United States passes a law. They haven't even really implemented their law yet. The regulations haven't been adopted. Okay, I get that. I understand that. But, investment decisions, once they're taken, don't change for quite a while.
You can find more at aradio.wordpress.com, where you can find links to us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Gab, and email. We are continuing to reach out to you, so please pass on the links. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. You can listen to all my morning moments at Spreaker.com under A Radio, that's EHRADIO, A Radio, and please click on the like button. And you can find all my podcasts and morning moments at aradio.wordpress.com and click on the Morning Moments tab.